Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your friend here, Raza is Retro, and I hope everyone is remaining retro. The time has come for me to do my top 5 Konami games. This was initially set up by the legend by the name of Gulpain, so without any further ado, let's get right to it, because we know when it comes to Konami, they always do it good. At number 5 is Blades of Steel, the classic Blades of Steel, a fantastic old school 8-bit hockey game with great controls, great graphics for its time. It's an 8-bit game, right? Good amount of teams. They're not, official NHL teams per se, but still great amount of teams. Plays well. The fighting it was always fun in this one. Great intermissions as well. And a game that was just an all-around good time, whether you played two players or against a computer. We also had this on the Sean and Raza Cup thanks to Papa Bear Gaming, who issued out a great challenge. So if you're a hockey fan or a sports fan, I would definitely recommend it. It's a fun game, and you can never go wrong with some good old school hockey gaming. In at number 4 is another Konami classic, Zombies Ate My Neighbor. This was a game that I've seen lots of videos of throughout maybe the past 2 years, but for whatever reason, I just kept putting it on the side. I said, okay, I'll play it later, or I'll play it in a couple of days or a couple of weeks. But for whatever reason, I just kept delaying it. I finally got the chance to play it during a Time to Retro episode around Halloween time it was, and man, do I love this game. This is just a proper 90s retro classic feel to it. Love everything from the start to the beginning, in particular that character select screen. That's just pure 90s goodness, at least in my opinion. And the game itself is just really smooth, really fun, easy to get into. Obviously, as you progress, it gets a lot difficult as well. But it's a good time, and it's like any other great retro game, definitely fun on co op mode. But if you're playing by yourself, you're able to enjoy it quite a bit as well. And it's not one that I played a lot of. Like I said, I did it during a Time to Retro episode, and I played it a little more a little after. But this is one that I'm gonna be playing a lot more of, and this is one that I've enjoyed literally from the get-go. From the videos I've seen, I knew I was gonna like it, and then uh, you know, once I actually started playing it, then that really confirmed uh, how good this game is, at least in my opinion. And it's one that I will be getting a physical copy of. I plan to sometime next year if I could find it at the right price. Definitely recommend it. Great game, and it's a lot greater when you play it during Halloween season. In at number 3 is Tiny Toon Adventures. Now, this is an interesting one in the sense that how I got to actually playing this game. So, it was via emulation console, and it was the first emulation console that I owned. When I had the console itself, initially I wanted to go all out and start playing, all the games that we love and enjoyed, some super classic hits that we never owned. And we were just going through the list, and I think it was my brother that said, or my sister, that much I don't remember who. Hey, why don't you play Tiny Toons Adventure? Kind of like, in a joking way or in a funny way. I said, you know what? Why not? Because there's over, thousands of games on the console itself. If there's something I like, I play it. If I don't like it, I just, go back to the menu screen and select something else. Anyways, long story short, I started playing it, and I actually really, really enjoyed it. And it was a game that I would go to initially quite often on that emulation console. As the years progressed, I still would play it from time to time, but just because of that memory, I guess, that I have attached to it. It's a great game. Don't get me wrong. It's a really good game. It's really fun, and I highly recommend it. But just because of that little silly or funny memory, if you will, it holds a very special place in my heart. So in at number 3, Tiny Toons Adventure. At number two is a classic, Sunset Riders. What a fantastic game this is. This is one of the games that I really, really enjoyed. One that I discovered lately. I also had it on a Time to Retro episode, but in that case, I was playing it on the Sega Genesis port. In this case, I'm just showcasing the Super Nintendo port, but I prefer the Genesis port, although I am Team Nintendo. But that being said, the game, regardless of the port, is fantastic. It's Contra, but with cowboys in it. You definitely can't go wrong with that combination. It's loads of fun. Great weapons, great characters, great background. Love the backgrounds, love the music, love everything about it. It really is a top class game, and I recommend it to any gamer, any retro gamer. This is loads of fun, and I'm sure everyone can enjoy it. And in at number one of my favorite games of all time, one of my favorite games on the Super Nintendo. We own this. I have so many memories of it. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I've spoken quite a bit about Contra 3, the Alien Wars. But I mean, this was one of those games that whenever I would pop it in, whether I was playing by myself or with my brother or sister, I was always pumped. I was never able to beat it, and I don't think I ever will. The furthest I got, I think, was the third stage. Maybe I went even the fourth, but no further than that. I usually always die towards the second stage. And my only pet peeve with this game is that, well, I actually have two. So one is one is the actual second stage, that overhead. I just hate it. And two, um, I hate it, but I love it too for that reason, is that it's just so brutal. It is a very difficult game. So I hate the fact that it's very difficult, but at the same time, I also love it because it just proves such a great challenge. I think anybody that has beaten this game without cheating or anything like that, I think can be very proud of themselves because it is not a game that a lot of people have beaten. At least not many people that I have known while growing up. Um, but in short, everything about it, from that intro, although the intro used to scare me, to that very first stage, that first theme, that. Anyways, I'm not going to do it, but just the first 10, 15 seconds of that theme of the first stage really gets you pumped up. It's a fantastic game. It's a beautiful game. Everything about it. Contra, right? Regardless of whatever version of Contra you like, they're always fantastic. But for me, this is the ultimate version. This is probably the best run and gun game, in my humble opinion. And this is my number one favorite game on Konami. It's hard to do a top five for Konami, just like Capcom, because there's so many good games with Konami. And like they say, when it comes to Konami, they always do it good. Indeed, they always do it good. So big up to Gullpain for doing this. And if anybody wants to take part, please do tag the legend. And thank you so much for watching. No matter what happens in life, always remain retro.